Hello. Welcome to the Well After Hours. I'm your host, Beverly Allen. I'm so glad to welcome all the viewers back again to be with us. So glad to have you here to deal with our topic today. I'm excited about my young guest. The topic today is about the young Christian entrepreneur, and I have such a wonderful example that I can talk on this subject again. I love doing these pieces with them when I find young Christian entrepreneurs, and this is such a not just exciting, but it's an uplifting story. Even we hear so much bad news about them, but we have a good story, an uplifting story to talk about today. So I want to welcome my wonderful guest, Miss CEO Nicole Matthews. Nicole, welcome to the Well After Hours. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me here. I'm excited and I'm in awe that I'm here right now. So thank you so much.
I am so excited and so happy to have you here. And having known you, I always date myself, which is okay. I don't mind. I mean, I'm a grandma. I can do that. But to have you here, to see you, fully grown, after college and all that, and what you have done, I can't wait to share with the viewers. But I want to give them a little information, some background knowledge of you. So as we move forward in the story, they will know who we have on the show today. So let's talk. I want to talk about Nicole Matthews. This is Nicole. Nicole Matthews was born on November the 12th in 1979. Yeah, she's a young woman. In Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey. Her father is Associate Pastor Larry Matthews Sr., and her mother is Missionary Melody Matthews, both members of the Christ Gospel Love Center in Whitesboro, New Jersey, under the leadership of Bishop Edgar D. Robinson Jr. Nicole attended Middle Township Public Schools in Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey, and would graduate from the Middle Township High School in 1998. Nicole initially pursued her college career at Delaware State University from 1998 through 1999. However, she subsequently transferred to the Richard Stockton College of New Jersey, where she graduated in the winter semester of 2003 with a bachelor's in criminal justice and a minor in political science studies. In 2004, Nicole attended the PJA Paralegal School in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. And while pursuing her paralegal degree, Nicole also worked as a paralegal for the law office of Wentworth v. Vedder in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, specializing in criminal appeal law. PCRA, Post-Conviction Relief Act. Wow. Well, in 2006, Nicole graduated from the PGA Paralegal School with a 3.8 GPA cum laude. Wow. Oh, my girl is smart too. Beautiful and smart. And subsequently returned back to New Jersey for better employment opportunities. And from 2006 through 2007, Nicole worked as a paralegal for the law offices of Roan, Hughes, and Kowalski, where her area of law focused on Social Security, personal injury, and the New Jersey workers' compensation. From 2007 through 2013, Nicole worked as a paralegal for the law office of Goldenberg and Mackler in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where her majority of concentration was New Jersey workers' compensation. Now, her bio is much longer than this. I told her and explained, and the viewers, you will see the full bio online within the interview, but I'm just going to skip to a few parts for time's sake. In July 2020, this is a good part too, Nicole officially launched her online business, Courage LLC, wherein she specializes in selling high-quality active wear. Nicole has always believed in hard work, dedication, and putting God first and giving credit to her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for any and all of her accomplishments. That's why you are here, my dear. And the Lord is blessing right now. Oh, I am so excited. I said, and you even taught us a new way to spell courage.
Right.
Isn't that is so awesome? And maybe I'll start off by talking about, how you started, got that name, Courage, and spell it for the viewers. I don't want to. This is just such an amazing story.
Well, courage is spelled Uredge, courage. So I came up with that spelling because originally I wanted the name Courage. So I did a business search, like you're supposed to do when you start a business, make sure no one else has that name. And of course, it's a very common name. So I figured someone would have it, and they do. But I did not want to not use that name. So I was thinking, like, should I use the Greek version of courage? I was trying to get deep with it. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to just try to spell it, in a different way. And that's how I put that together, the courage. So that's how it came together.
I think it's beautiful, and I love the way it looks. And the viewers, you're going to get a view because we're going to give you a little insight into her line. We're going to have a little slide presentation within the interview that is going to just blow you away. I'm just so excited about that. So, but, as a young woman of faith and, coming out of college now, you graduated in what year was that from college?
2003 was Stockton. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And from then, when did you first get the inspiration or the desire to maybe even begin to look into starting your own business or just even becoming, maybe not knowing that it would be the active wear line that you now have, but just saying, I think I really want to go into business for myself because here you are, you got your bachelor's, you've got your paralegal, certification and degree and stuff. And so, people would be like, okay, I got a good job. I'm working in a good place, but in the back of your mind, like you always wanted to be your own boss. That's awesome.
Um, the idea of the business itself honestly didn't come until about January of 2019. However, I knew I wanted more for myself as far as either, if I would have went the law school route, I knew that ultimately I would want to have my own practice. So that concept was there. Um, the law school route didn't, I'm not going to say it didn't happen. It just, I was not sure if I wanted to spend more money and be in more student debt because, college is very expensive. Paralegal school was a little, some money too. And I'm still paying my loans off now. And I said to God, I'm like, God, I really don't want to be in any more debt. Not that I don't trust him. That was just a decision that I just didn't want to put any more on my loans. So, the idea, it just dropped in my head to like, I should own or run something. I mean, I'm telling you, it came out of nowhere because that's a path where I never expected I would even go. I knew I wanted more, and yeah, I'm a paralegal, and I'm so thankful that I have a job, and that God has given me the career and the favor that I have at my current job now. But I always wanted more, and I felt like, I know it's not always about feeling, but I felt like there was more. I'm like, I know there's more, God. Just lead me. And the business idea came, and I knew if I was going to do a business or take on a second job or a job that could lead to a new career, it had to be something that I love. It couldn't just be any old kind of thing, or something that I was good at. So it was like, at that point I was wearing a lot of wigs and weaves, and it's like either I had to be hair, exercise, because I like working out. I work out a lot, or clothes related. And because I work out a lot, because workout gear can be very pricey. There's some that go up to almost $2 per, it's good quality. I wanted, something that was affordable for everyone. And that's where I came with the idea of activewear, because it's something that I love. Yeah.
And it's your passion. Like they say, when you do what you love, you never work again. I mean, it's so wonderful that you had this love, even just for working out, for, being fit. And how that moved you into, the inspiration to, to give, a fashion line for fitness, which is so awesome, to be out there. And the fact that you did it in 2020 in the pandemic.
Oh, yeah, I was already starting the process in like January, doing all the legalities, getting the LLC. I started out as a sole proprietor, but I'm like, I switched up because I wanted everything just right from the beginning, doing all the business entity searches, getting the website started. I wanted that out the way, and then started to get, some of my inventory, and then boom, the coronavirus came, and I'm like, oh Lord, I'm not rich, I'm not poor, but I'm not rich, but it didn't affect my job. Everything, I'm not, the coronavirus was it's bad, it's killing people, but I'm telling you, it did not stop my blessings. And I felt like financially, I was blessed more now than I was last year during this time. It's amazing.
That is something. It really is. And you know what? You see like you said, you before the pandemic came, you were looking into all of the legalities and doing
Mhm.
things, and it brings to mind, the verse that, write the vision, make it plain, so he that readeth it can run. You had to, so many people, when they talk about they want to do something or they may want to start a business, they don't do the research. They don't find, they say, oh, they just look totally at maybe what they have now financially, say, oh, I can't do it, without
Mhm.
ever, researching and investigating to find out, maybe I can't do it now, but
Yeah,
let me prepare for when I can. Know what your options are, know what it takes to actually do it, because it might not take as much as you think to
yeah,
get started.
you're absolutely right. That's one thing about my job where I believe as a paralegal helped me because naturally researching and looking into things. Sometimes I'm a little too meticulous, but being meticulous, it helped me to start that foundation. And then now we live in we live in an age where everything is so accessible. I mean, Google is not the end all be all, but you can just Google and YouTube anything and you can get a basic understanding. And that's what I did, hours of YouTube videos. I would watch people, even if they were selling lashes, like I would find commonalities between all these videos and see what they're saying and use it for my benefit. And I mean, it helped me tremendously. YouTube and Google helped me tremendously. It did.
You're absolutely right. I mean, at the push of a button, you can get information. So
Yeah.
to say that you can't do something or to be stuck in a certain place, it really kind of doesn't make sense, because you can find out and ask the people, well, what does it really take?
Yep.
I don't know, but I just know I don't have the finance. Well, find out,
Find out.
find out and to make those steps, because, faith without works is dead. You got to do something.
Yep.
We pray, Lord, bless me, Lord, make a way. Well, give them something to work with.
Yeah. Lord, make it work.
So, I mean, like, okay, so those were some of the steps. Now, even during this kind of quarantine time and we were shut in, what were some of the steps that you were making even at that point?
During that time, I mean, I was still working from home at my other job, but I was doing, when I say research, it's like a broad word, but I was, besides the legal work, getting that down, I was trying to find suppliers to work with. And that took months getting samples. That took months because everything that you get is not nice, trying on the samples, getting the samples, looking at prices, seeing what I could afford. And like you said, I didn't have the money, like honestly, right off the bat, I didn't have it. I mean, it came at the right time. I decided, what type of clothes or what color scheme did I want. Like all those ideas, I was putting them, laying the foundation of that at that particular point in time. For my first collection, what is the name that I want to do? How do I want to do it? Am I going to offer plus size? Can I afford it? Like, there's so much that you have to do. Time is actually your friend, to where the quarantine time was perfect because you could get all your ducks in a row. And then when the world is back to normal, even if when the world isn't back to normal, you'll be, at a good starting point because there's never actually a good time. For me, it was hard for me to stop doing the research because I wanted everything perfect, or I wanted to have everything. And I realized you can't have me, maybe you can't, but I couldn't have everything that I wanted. I couldn't. I had to start what I had, make sure it looked the best that it could possibly be, pray to God. I still want to be, if I'm a representation of God, and myself, I want things to look right. I want things to look professional. I don't want to just throw it out just to try to get it out. No, I want things to look good. So that's pretty much what I had to say. Nikki, now's the time. Just now is the time. Do it.
Isn't this, you know what they say that, and that's so wonderful that you point that out, because you know what they say, you don't get a second chance to make a good first impression, especially with that, because people see right away and they could click the quality or the style with the brand name, and that, how it doesn't take us but a second to look at something and say,
Yeah.
ooh, or, go through that whole thing. That's why I didn't even know. It's funny because when I saw one of our sister saints on Facebook wearing this outfit because she had been working out, and I called. I'm like, I didn't even know it was you. I learned afterwards because it looked so nice and looked so comfortable, and it was stylish. And I was really in the market for looking for something, that I
Mhm.
could work out with, even if I didn't go to the gym, even at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just to relax.
Online watching people. I needed some workout
Mhm.
outfits, and they look so cute. You know, you're never too old to be cute. Okay,
You're not. Nope.
you're not too old. You know, because when you're working out, you want to feel good, and it helps to have something nice looking on or cute. You know.
Yes, you're right.
And your line is just adorable. So I mean, just picking out those things. I mean, I can only imagine. We're going to see, like I said, we'll in a break in the show. I'm going to allow the viewers to see a part of your line, some samples, and I think it's so adorable. I love them, and they look so
They
comfortable.
are comfortable. That's one thing I had. I wanted. There's like two types of leggings. There's the, I call them the basic kind, where they're more stretchy, and then there's the seamless. I mean, the seamless are just as comfortable. They're more of a blend of nylon, polyester, and elastic. The basic ones are more nylon and elastic, and they're like the soft. They're soft, but they're not see-through, and they still hold you good. And that's the feeling that when I felt those type of leggings, I'm like, that's it. Like that's the feeling I want to feel when I work out. And I don't want to. That quality is it. Like I can't go down from here. Like it has to feel like that. So
I,
that was my goal.
yeah, because I looked at them. You said that they're not see through, which I love.
Yeah.
You know, it's just enough of the fabric or the texture
Mhm.
that allows, in sense, if it sounds right, of still little privacy.
Yeah,
You know
great.
what I mean? That the threads are not that thin, that you can see, you know, everything. So I love that, and yet it's comfortable enough to be
Mhm.
cool enough when you work out. So besides just being pretty and cute.
Or if you just want to lounge around the house, they're just comfortable enough to wear around the house and just.
Yes, or if you're outside, if you're riding a bike or you're running in the park or whatever, you know, it's just really, really such a cute line. I just really loved it. And when when I saw Sister Florina, I'm like, I'm messaging her to find out where did she get this outfit, and then she tells me, I'm like, are you kidding? I didn't know that. That
Yeah.
was just so awesome. So I can imagine that a lot of people are going to be amazed
Yeah.
a young woman, a young Christian woman. That's what I'm saying for the faith. For sisters, when you see this line, make sure you go to courage.com. I'm going to put all her contact info on there so we can support her. And I think we really should support one another, you know, as Christians, especially when they have products just like everybody else, you know, and but it's nice. I think we should support, you know, one another. So I'm excited about that. But even in, you know, in doing that, what were some of the roadblocks? I'm sure because you know when we do start taking those steps, sometimes it's fear, but your faith overrode any fears that you have. Because sometimes you may have fear and it's okay, but you keep moving. You know, your faith will make you step over those fears and say, "Listen, we're going to do this." What point or what was that kind of impetus that your faith that all of a sudden your faith kicked in and said, "We're going to do this."
I mean, honestly, every day. I mean, I won't say up to today. It's like an emotional battle. It is. Sometimes I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing? Like because it's out of my norm. It's out of my comfort zone. And I don't know. I was watching someone. I don't know who I was watching. They were saying how when you try to step out of your comfort zone, your body automatically, reacts to where fear steps in, and you have to override that fear because if not, you'll let fear run your life. And like I knew that up here, but well, here's an example. One day, before I launched it, I was scared about the launch date because I didn't have my clothes yet. I knew it was going to take a little bit. And I'm like, if I launch too early and I say coming soon, everyone's going to be like, oh, I thought you had a line. I was worried about what people were going to say. And then
I know.
the research that I did was saying, okay, well, 2 months isn't too much time. 2 months is a good time. You can promote, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, I was on the fence with the coming soon thing. So one day I was working out, I was walking and running, and someone said, "It's just do it. It's time." I'm like, "Fine, I'll just do it." So I had my phone with me while I was walking, and I just did it from my phone, the little post, and I was like, "That's it, Nikki. Well, that's it." And I was scared of the reaction. I don't know, and then the reaction that I got was totally opposite of what I thought in my head it was going to be. And then from there, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Lord, thank you. Like, thank you for pushing me," because I was putting it off. I was nervous. I was
Mhm.
very nervous. So
Wow.
yeah, even to this day, I mean, I think some nerves are good because I still like even in church when I sing, I get nervous before I sing. I've been singing for years, but here it's like because it's a different world, and it's very open to the whole world now. And I'm a very private person, so now that the whole world sees it, and it's a different monster to where I have to talk to God every day. And I say to him, Lord, you give me this vision, Lord, please help me. Sometimes I'll just say, just help me.
Yes, yes. No
Help me.
long words, just yeah.
It's all in my mind. Just help me get through, Lord Jesus. Help me with this mind, God. And I mean, I've read the Bible. I read the Bible, obviously, but before it seems like I picked up a little bit more now with with motivational and all that type of stuff.
It does.
It's a mind game. It's a mental thing, and sometimes this mind can just take you places where you shouldn't even be going.
It
And I'm not.
is. The biggest battle is in your mind, you
Yeah,
know. It's so true.
yeah.
And then sometimes there's discouraging voices. Did any of your friends, but you said you're a private person, but did you tell anybody anything, or what did your parents think when you told them?
So in the beginning, I didn't tell anyone but my mom and dad, and well, my boyfriend at the time. That was it. And I didn't tell any like my best friends. I didn't tell them. I didn't tell anybody. And then like three, maybe like a month before I launched, I told one person, and then I told my other friends because I knew it was going to launch. Because I just didn't want it to get out because
Yes, I hear you.
I'm
Yeah.
a private person.
And
So
yeah, and you don't want people kind of saying, well, when, and
yeah,
that pressure of that. This way, behind the scenes, you can do all that you need to do.
yep,
And then when it's presented, you're ready. Because
yep.
nothing's worse than getting halfway out there and then you're not ready. Then you got to pull back and everybody's like, I thought.
That's another fear I have. Yeah. So no, everyone's been great. Like everybody's been so encouraging and uplifting, and it's like I'm not going to say I'm shocked, but I am shocked by the total package of people who are like, I'm so proud of you. This is great. Good for you. And and then plus I try to make it my business to be involved in people who are doing the same thing I'm doing. Like there's a group on Facebook called like the New Jersey Black owned business. So when you see those people, we all encourage each other, and what you're doing doesn't seem so odd. I mean, as opposed to if you're friends with a bunch of people who don't have businesses, you're around people who know what you're going through and who can encourage you. So,
Yes. And some who have been there a while,
it's been a while.
and can share different things with you, which is awesome, because it is, anything new, anything you're stepping out to do, is kind of uncharted waters, and you're like, but nevertheless, it's good. I know your mom and dad were encouraging you.
My family, they're already amazing. So I already knew, they would be having my back, and they have my brothers. I have three brothers. They're excited. My sister-in-laws, all of my friends, my church family has been they're amazing. They're the
I know
happy.
they're wearing your clothes online.
I'm like, I should have got y'all to model on my website. So I mean,
Oh
I
my
love
God.
seeing it. Like when I see them wearing it, or I see people, it's like it's coming to life, and it's to me, I'm still amazed, and I'm just can't wait to see, how everything continues to go on.
Well, I'm sure it's just going to continue and continue and continue, and the fact that yeah, it's good to have a good support system, but it's
Mhm.
so good to have faith
Yeah.
in God, who then will give you the courage and the boldness to keep moving forward no matter what, um, because the process is really the fun, really. I mean, getting there is what creates the excitement and the energy, and even with the fear moving forward, it's still exciting, is it a risk? Everything is a risk,
Yep.
but nothing ventured is nothing gained either, and you'll never know that when God puts that inner unction and that inspiration, when the Holy Spirit is just prodding you to do this desire in your heart, because that's what I believe, when the Bible says he will give you the desires of your heart, not
Mhm.
everything you want, but things that he wants you to go after, and you discover so much about yourself. You discover what's inside of you that he's put inside of you. You have more tenacity, you have more endurance, you have more strength,
Mhm.
than you could have ever imagined, and to tap into that. And you know, it's a witness to other people, because we would be shocked at how many people that we are around in the church who have dreams and goals and who sit on them,
Yeah.
never, never go forward to try anything, and I think one of the worst things we could do is to leave here without giving a chance to God, to let God do with us what he desires to do in and through us, and to take that. I heard something, I've seen it said so many times that the cemetery is full of so much talent, more than the world has ever seen, because so many people take it with them instead of doing it here on earth. And the fact that you, even during the pandemic, like you said, time was your friend. You
Yeah.
said it. We've been, I even say that people can take this time to hear from God, to see what it is, because as bad as things seem, in one place, they're not so bad. And even in the midst of some bad things, there's good things that are happening. Maybe this town might have this problem, but another town is flourishing in some other area. And that's just the way the world is. Some things may be catastrophic here, but over here, the sun is shining. People are doing, awesome and wonderful things, and you just never know, because it's in God's hands, and we have to trust God in and through all things. And seeing you do that, it must be a motivational force. I'm sure some people have probably even come to you and say, wow, you inspire me.
I mean, that's one of my, prayers or my affirmations is that God, yeah, do I want to be blessed? Absolutely. Like, do I want to be, wealthy? But why? I want whatever I gain, I want it to be a blessing to someone else, whether it's my community somehow, scholarship fund, or whether it's someone who says, oh, well, okay, Nikki can do it, then I definitely can do it. Another person will get an idea and get their own business and get their own thing running, or whatever information that I acquire during this business process. I would love, to share it once I get, the ball rolling more with someone else, because it's everything that we have. God didn't intend us to keep it to ourselves. Like, none of it, none of our talents, none of our gifts. It's not just for us. I mean, yeah, he wants us to be blessed and live great lives, I believe, because we're children of God. And I think we should have the best. Why not? But it's not just for us to just keep to ourselves and say, oh, got
And
this
be selfish, yes.
Yeah, no, use what you have and help and to give to others. And it doesn't always have to be financial. I mean, that'd be nice, but it can be words of wisdom, words of encouragement. Like the one thing we have, so I feel like in our church, a lot of churches, like only speak in mine, there's so much talent. Like when we talk about the models that I use, there's so much talent in the church. It's ridiculous, to where I don't even have to look to freelancers. Like, we have blog writers, we have trainers, we have models, we have doctors. It's like I have all these people at my disposal should they choose. And yeah, I would pay them because they're worth it. It's like, why not open the door for somebody else while you're doing what you're doing? So yeah, this business it's about me, but I think there's a bigger picture, and I'm just trusting God to see where that's going to take me. So.
Well, having said that, I'm to the viewers, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little break, and we're going to let you enjoy Courage Activewear line. Don't go away. Just stay with us, and you're going to see just a couple of seconds, and you'll see her line. It's beautiful. Okay, viewers, we're back. I know you enjoyed that beautiful line. Oh my goodness. And at the end, you're going to see contact
Is that mine?
information
Can
and
you?
the website where you can go and look at the full line and place your orders and just get fit. Start getting fit. Get ready. Get ready for fitness. So I just learned a little something that may be in addition to Courage Active Wear line. I'll let Nicole tell us a little bit about that.
No, right now the line is really it's focused on women. It's always going to have women's wear, but for the fall and you know, and continuing, there's going to be menswear added as well. So we're going to start with like muscle tank tops. We're definitely going to have unisex hoodies, unisex t-shirts. That's for men and women, and then just take it from there. So Courage is not just for women. Right now, it's a lot of women's stuff, but men's stuff will be added in there as well. So
Oh, that's awesome. And I think the name kind of defines that. It doesn't say just women or just men. It's like we can go there because we all can use some courage, you know. And what a great motivation on your clothing. Like when you get tired, and you say, "Come on, take courage. Go a few more. Go another mile. Go a few more steps. You know, don't give up yet." You know, like when they're in the gym and they're pumping you, and they're like, "No,
yeah.
you got to do 4 more reps." You know, you be like, "I can't." You're like, "Oh, push through it. Push through it." And that's that name itself is such a great motivator. So I think that's fantastic. And so they can see online. So, so what else will we be looking forward to? Do you think you might have maybe newsletters and things that might be going out?
Um,
Maybe people something to look forward to, you know, as
yeah,
online goes, you never know.
yeah, if you subscribe, then you'll get updates when there's like discounts or newsletters. Like you said, if you go to the website or if you purchase an item, there's a place for you to put your email address, and then you'll be notified. I usually send emails like usually like once a week or once every other week with either if it's new items or discount codes or whatever. I'm actually going to implement blogs on the website. There'll be like fitness blogs and like motivational blogs. So
Oh,
that's going to be added
okay.
very soon.
That is awesome. Well, I tell you, this is just fantastic. So this is really kind of part one. I'll be coming back. We'll have to do another interview and an update to keep up with what you're doing because I have a feeling that this is going to be a grand takeoff. I really do, and that's my prayer. And I think the fact that you had, you know, moved by faith and trusted God in this that he is going to just take it to another level. I really believe that because when you put faith in God to do something and he what he did in your heart, he tests you, you know, with this one thing and it's no telling what else is going to come from it. But I'm gonna be placing my orders, and let me just put that in there because I love the line. So I'm looking forward to it. So you can keep them coming.
Let me know.
Yeah,
Respect.
you keep. I'm going to the website, and I love the website. I think it's just beautiful. So we are wishing you all the best, Godspeed. And I'm just before we close out, I'll just ask you to maybe what you would want to say to some viewers or people who are like yourself, who are young and you know want to really push past that fear to do something.
Yeah, if you're young, if you're in your 20s, it's definitely not too late. I'm actually 40. So, for people my age who've spent years in a career, 10 plus years, and you feel in your heart that you want to own a business or you want to do that, just do it. Just do it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait, especially if you feel that nudge inside of you. Just talk to God and ask him. And if he confirms it, just do it. You're going to be scared, but just jump out on fear and faith. I'm sorry. Take
Keep
courage.
fear, but take the faith with you. I know that's right. Yeah.
You're worth it. We give all our time and energy to other employers, and there's nothing wrong with work for people. I think we're worth enough to give time for ourselves to see if something can manifest, if we can fulfill our dreams. So just do it.
I think that's awesome. And like your clothing line says, just take courage. How many times in the
Take
Bible
care.
does, the Lord tell people to be courageous, Don't take courage. And, when he tells you to do something or he's, directing you into something, just take courage and go
Hmm.
forward. So I'm gonna go to Courage Line and place my orders so I can start getting my leggings and my sports tops and things, and be blessed with it. I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you, Nicole, so much for being here, for being on the well. I appreciate you taking the time out, and I'm looking forward to having you on again, and keeping up with what you're doing, because it's just so inspiring. I'm inspired. I think it's just wonderful. It really is. And you said something important. You said, 20s, 30s, 40s. Look, I'm 70, and I started something new even with this. I don't think age has anything to do with it. When God puts something in your heart to do, like you said, just do it. Have faith and do it. And take steps. Take one step. There's nothing wrong with taking small steps at a time. The Bible says, despise not small beginnings, and as you move, you grow, you go and you grow. And you keep going and you keep growing. So I think it's a win-win situation, and you have really shown that today. And thank you so much. And I wish you Godspeed and pray all the blessings upon you, and that everything your hand touched, that God will just multiply it.
Amen. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. It really does. Thank you so much. And
My pleasure. My pleasure, dear. And to the viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, Beverly D. Allen page on Facebook, and Beverly D. Allen Ministries, LLC on YouTube. And we look forward to seeing you again next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. And don't forget, please like and subscribe. Put a little heart in there if you'd like to, but we love having you with us. And thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.